wanted to give you a little intro. I am going to edit this live replay from the last full moon into a series. I don't know how many episodes yet, but the original live replay is almost an hour and 45 minutes. So I want to chop it into like 20 to 30-ish minute chunks. And I want to share that this week leading up to the release of my next track, Echoes of the Moon, because Echoes of the Moon was recorded from this live replay that I want to share. I don't think I'm going to cut a lot out. I think I'm just going to, if you want to watch it, you do. If you don't, you don't. But I wanted to share it with you. So, coming up will be the first part, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope you look forward to my new song, because I'm really excited for this one. I recorded it on the full moon, and I'm gonna, it's coming out on the full moon, the next full moon, and it's infused with healing energy, and I'm just so happy to share it with you. Setup, I'm gonna do this sideways because I have more space to work on the table and get the painting in the screen. I'm going to do one of my Persephone's Potion pours that I first created last May. And by doing that, I put the paint in my potion bottle. I go to the underworld and then I wait. I wait a good bit during all the stages, and then we come back from the underworld, and then I paint with what is in there. After all the paints have mixed together, I have some colors over here that I've mixed up. They have been cleansing in some salt. I put them outside yesterday to charge in the full moon, and I put the salt in there for cleansing at the same time, and they've been in the salt ever since. This canvas is tea stained. I did this a few months ago whenever I first got these canvases, so I'll have to go back, figure out when I got these canvases, to figure out when I did it, to find the video, to find which teas I used for that. So it already has that energy infused into it from the teas. I am currently learning Reiki, and I've wanted to learn it for like 20 years. And I'm so excited to finally start doing it and using it. And I just finished calling in my 3rd level 1 attunement, and was doing my pre-painting meditation that I like to do to call in any energy to help me with my paintings. And I feel called to paint a symbol or two onto the canvas before I pour over it as well. So I think I'm going to do that first. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that first with a brush. It doesn't matter that it'll get messed up. It doesn't matter that I'm going to pour over it. It's the energy that I want to infuse into the painting. I called whenever I did my meditation, and I do my meditations before I paint all the time to help me figure out what kind of energy I'm working with, or what kind of energy is going to come through, or I open myself up to requesting a specific kind of energy to help me paint. This time I requested the Reiki energy to help me in healing people who see my painting. So it will only be whatever kind of healing you need for your higher self will help you decide what kind of healing you need. But I'm hoping that by infusing Reiki energy into this, that I will be providing some kind of healing for anyone who watches this live stream or watches my replays whenever I make this series, or anyone who sees my painting anytime I share any pictures of it in the future. And since in the middle of this one, I have, I take a lot of time during the steps for this kind of painting. I'm going to take you into the other room with me, back and forth, and I'm going to play my singing bowls for some full moon. The full moon was like yesterday or the day before, but it's still the shadow period. I can still play with some full moon energy and Reiki energy, and so I'm so excited. I'm gonna get started, and plug my other light in. And here we go. What's the matter, baby? I'm going to come to play my singing bowls after I paint. Sorry, my dog came to check to see what I was doing. Did it start to rain? You come in? Okay, Mommy's ready to paint now. Yeah. You're such a good girl. Oh, you want to help me paint? Oh, thank you. I love when she comes to help. Okay, first off, like I said, I want to paint I want to paint a symbol on here. And find hold on one second. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to paint this symbol. This is a symbol that we learned on our call from flute school last week. Oh, I have salt on the canvas. That's awesome. I love that. Because of my taking it out of there, I love that. So, salt is cleansing and protective. Normally I would wipe that all off of there, but there's just like a few grains, and whenever I get these out there will be a few more. I'll move it around a little. I'll try not to leave a lot on there, but I really might leave a little bit of it on purpose for the cleansing and protective purposes. I don't need a lot of paint to do this. I don't know if I did it exactly right or not, or if but that's just what I feel called to do from what I learned. And you can't go wrong with practicing something. I mean, you can do it wrong, but I'll look later and see. But I think it's like over and down, and then just 3 circles, like they get bigger. This one I went left to right and down, and then counterclockwise for cleansing and protection. And this one I went right to left and then clockwise to bring in like all of the good Reiki energy for healing, because I want anyone that sees this video or painting or anything from this to receive healing from the painting and from the Reiki energy in this. Normally I might stir these up, but today I'm just going to shake them up really well. Because I mixed them a couple of days ago, they should all be pretty good. This, I'm going to just put that in that water. It'll be okay until I'm done. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm just mixing up my paints before I use them. Try to get most of the salt off. This one is one that I mixed myself between Persephone and Hustle pigments from TLP, from this little piggy, from Fluid Art Co., and I call it Persephone Gone Mad. And then, because I have a doll named Alice, like a haunted doll, and the spirit inspires me to use like neon pink and like this neon teal, is called, I call this one Simply Psyched, because I combined Simplicity and Psych from TLP pigments from this little piggy from Fluid Art Co. But anyway, I call this one Simply Psyched, and like that haunted doll, the energy from that doll inspires me to use like neon colors like that. So I mixed them together, and like that's where I got Persephone Gone Mad, because it makes me think of Alice in Wonderland and the Mad Hatter and all that. Okay, but this one is just silver. I think I have it. Iridescent silver from Pebeo. This one feels thinner than the other ones. I might need to put a little bit more, maybe not. Might need to put a little bit more paint in that one. It was already thinner, and I already added more paint to it the day that I mixed them. This is neon green, and I think it's from Artist Loft. I like the Artist Loft neons pretty well. From Michaels. This one is a custom mix. I call it Styx, like the river Styx, like Persephone and the underworld and things like that. I used Amsterdam Ultramarine Blue and Liquitex Iridescent White, and I used 2:1 blue to white. And then this is just titanium white. It's pretty thin too, it feels like. I think it's Artist Loft or Master's Touch or something like that. Like a store brand. Okay, they're all shaken up. I've got my... Like I said, I'll try to get most of that off of there. I don't care about that. I got most of the salt. I don't care about leaving a little bit for protection and cleansing. Maybe I got too much of it off. How about that? Okay. Sorry. Now, I'm excited whenever I go back to make the video from this after I've had the painting for a while and I get stories from the painting and meditation. I'm excited to go back, and find the video of when I put the tea, like when I did the tea staining, to see what teas I used, so I can see what energy that is already infused in there with. I love that it's a mystery to me right now, because I'm going to be so excited to find it out whenever I go back to make the video series. It's like I get to go on my own adventure. Whenever I do like things in stages like that, I love it. It makes it exciting. I'm going to come and look at the camera and make sure that's in view. And make sure I'm still live. It's an obstacle course. I have to go under the cord for the one light to get over here. Okay, maybe if I go up a little bit. Okay. Maybe if I zoom in a little bit right now while that's right there, and then so you can watch the paint go in, and then I'll come back and get my phone whenever I'm finished with this part, because I'll take you to the other room where my singing bowls are, so that I can play singing bowls while we wait during some of the stages of this process. a couple of clumps of paint in there. Whenever I get it on the canvas and let it sit, I'll have to like pick those out before I tilt a whole lot. Like, I don't know, the white seems thicker than the rest, so I may have some kind of texture to the painting. I should have checked it felt like it was thin when I shook it, but it feels different than the rest of them for some reason, so maybe I should have checked it better. Oh well. Can't change it now. It's meant to be how it is, so I'm excited to see what that creates. That's it. So now I'm going to clean these up and close them up. This is the first part. This is like the first stage where I fill up the cup. I'm going to let it sit there for a few minutes and let the paints interact while air can get into that and mix everything up. And so I'm going to zoom it back out, and around all the jars where there's paint, instead of just wiping it off, I'm going to take a brush and a panel and just brush the paint onto it. Thanks for watching this far. That's the end of episode 1. I'll start working on episode 2 tomorrow. I'm going to show you all the parts of this leading up to the release of Echoes of the Moon, my new Sound Magic meditation sound that's coming out Friday for the new full moon, because this one was recorded on the last full moon. And you got a freebie of that song in this episode. Maybe I'll add it again in the next one. Come back, let me know what you think so far, and have a good day.